So today's game was QPR versus Blues. The 0-0 draw. Some would call a ball draw. I would say there was definitely more to offer than a ball draw. From that game, there was a lot better defensively than it has been last couple of seasons. The conceding 3 era of Clotet is over. It's nice to say that. The conceding 3 every match is over, because you're never going to win a match conceding 3 every match. You just can't. You can't concentrate throughout 90 minutes and have your strikers have to score 3 or 4 goals every single match. That being over is a massive plus. Other things to take from that game. There was certainly a lot of crosses in that first half where we were putting powerful balls into the box. We were putting pressure upon our opponents. We looked like we could score a goal. Hogan had a couple of chances. Lecco had 4 or 5 chances. Sunyik in the second half had one that he put into the top corner and was very well saved by Dieng in goal. Looking at the team, we performed better than we have recently. And although we didn't win, we've come out looking a lot better than we have previously. Looking at the team, who would I say wins my man of the match this week? My man of the match goes to... I'm going to give it to George Friend joint with Gary Gardner. Now, I feel like I'm going to get some comments on the Gary Gardner one, but obviously I'll say about George Friend first. George Friend, I feel, put in some brilliant tackles today. Did very well out on the wide left because obviously Pedersen was having to do a lot of running down the wing and a lot of jobs that was normally done by Sanchez or Bella. So he was leaving a lot of open spots and Friend was having to cover for him and get into those positions, and he did that perfectly. He kept them out. They didn't look like they were going to score. Coming forward from that, you have Gardner as the other player who I've given a joint man of the match award to. I give him the joint man of the match award because going forward he looked a lot better than he has previously. And he looked like probably the best player on the pitch going forward, definitely, actually, for us. He put 2 or 3 beautiful long balls over the top. He put Lecco through once. He put Hogan through as well. And the progression that he's made over a season is quite substantial. And it's nice to see some progression from players. Lecco, obviously, he had 61 minutes or 62, I think. He had 4 or 5 big chances. He had one chance where he put it just wide, that was a cross that came over. There was a through ball that he put straight into the keeper. There was another one that he put wide that he was pushed through on goal. So he had a few chances. He was getting into that positions, but he did look a bit iffy after a tackle that was made on him from behind in towards his knee, and he looked like he was possibly limping a bit, so it's one to keep an eye on. Definitely there, as obviously we'll have a game coming up very soon. Looking forwards with this team, obviously everyone knows the main objective that we require is someone who's going to put the ball in the net. Now, it was nice to see Juki come off the bench, but with Juki coming off the bench came more negative football. Because when Juki came off the bench and Sanchez came off the bench, they hardly touched the ball and we completely stopped putting the ball in the air. The balls hardly went over. Whereas in the first half, we were putting 2 or 3 really good crosses in to a Hogan and a Lecco. No offence to those two, but they're not the prime suspects for nodding the ball in on the back post. And when you bring in Juki off the bench, you expect someone to put it on his head. And they just weren't doing it. there was only probably 2 opportunities, and one was a long throw where he was crowded out by 3 players. But it's nice to see him back after having his COVID positive case. So it's nice to see him back out on the pitch, and hopefully he's fit enough soon to start playing from the start again and gets a couple of goals, as that is desperately what we need. You can see Leko has it in him. Leko has the ability there. He has the passion there. He has the pace there. He has the power there. He just needs that confidence to put it in the net. Sunyik, he's had a few long-range shots that have just gone wide, and one that was saved today. Sanchez, looking bright again when he came off the bench with some of his runs. He didn't touch the ball much, but some of his runs, you have to watch him sometimes when the ball is not being played to him. He's making a sensible run to drag a defender out for Colin to run clean through, to put the ball across into the area. Now, the sensible things that he does that others don't. You've got Bella, who's on the bench, who's currently our top scorer with 2 goals. And he wasn't playing again today. So you've got 3 very big players sat on the bench there in Bella, Sanchez and Juki. You've got opportunities coming to these players. Hogan had a couple of opportunities. He's another one that he's had, I think they said on the Blues TV, 13 games without a goal. But I couldn't be the first person to think he had that same issue before. He struggled to score before he joined us. Then he joined us. He scored 1 goal and started hitting the back of the net like it was going out of fashion. He's the kind of guy that needs goal. He needs the confidence to be brought back. All of them need the confidence. We need a game where we win 2-0. Those kind of games are the kind of ones that will bring the confidence back to this team. The confidence that's needed for it to hit the back of the net. But I feel like the outcome of today is negative but positive. And coming out of it with a draw, I feel like we had the better chances. So we could have come out with a win, but a draw is better than a defeat. That's the kind of game we would have lost 1-0 or 2-0 last season. So, positive outcome, positive outlook, progression, and let's hopefully get that victory before we know it, really, and get a victory soon. So the next game is Huddersfield at home. Now, Huddersfield are a team that are playing okay football and are certainly overachieving than what they were expected to do. They were expected to be in a serious relegation battle this season. They've won a couple of games. They've put themselves out there. They're scoring some goals. It could be an interesting performance, and it certainly could be the kind of game that brings us into lift-off and starts winning a couple of games. And if we can win 3 of our next 8, kind of. Well, 2 of our next 5. Let's go with. If we can win 2 of our next 5 and get a couple of draws in there as well, get your 6-7 points. Get your progression up the table a bit. Then the passion from the team, the expertise from the players, and we, as a club, can start moving forward. A couple of wins can do that for a club. And especially with Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday football. That's the kind of thing that we need. We need that one victory. We need that one bit of excellence. That one great goal. That could change us quite a lot. Anyway, on to the next game versus Huddersfield at home. Hopefully we can get that victory. 0-0 draw's not the worst, but 3 points is what we all dream for. Keep right on. See you guys next time.